Apple and Google Play stores. Today is Easter Monday. It is observed the day after Easter Sunday and holds important religious and cultural significance for Christians worldwide. It serves as a continuation of the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, reinforcing the central message of victory over death and the promise of new life. For many believers, the day is an opportunity to reflect more deeply on the meaning of Easter and its impact on their faith. Spiritually, Easter Monday emphasizes the practical application of the resurrection message, while Easter Sunday celebrates the miracle itself. The following day encourages Christians to live out the values demonstrated by Jesus Christ's love, sacrifice, forgiveness, and compassion. It is a reminder that faith is not only about belief but also about actions and positively influence others and society. Meanwhile, the Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians of better days ahead under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying the present difficulties are only temporary. In his Easter message to Nigerians, the Vice President expressed optimism that the country will overcome its current economic and security challenges. He restated the administration's commitment to peace, economic recovery, and long-term prosperity, noting that the path of national renewal often demands sacrifice and collective resolve. Reflecting on the significance of Easter and what it represents, Shettima said, the Christian message of sacrifice, hope, and resurrection reminds the nation that no period of hardship lasts forever. According to him, Easter speaks to the triumph of hope over despair and light over darkness, noting that the lessons of the season are especially relevant to Nigeria's current moment. Shettima observed that though Nigeria has passed through difficult times, with the citizens enduring significant challenges, the country has never been defined by adversity. And now to Ogun State. The Ogun State Governor, Prince Dakpo Abiodun, has extended warm felicitations to Christians in Ogun State and across Nigeria on the occasion of this year's Easter celebration, which commemorates the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Abiodun, in his Easter message, describes the season as a profound reminder of sacrifice, love, redemption, and hope for humanity. He notes that the resurrection of Jesus Christ symbolizes victory over adversity and offers renewed assurance of a better future for all. He urges Christians to reflect on the core values of Easter's selflessness, humility, forgiveness, and compassion, and to emulate these virtues in their daily lives. Abiodun also emphasizes that such values are essential for fostering peace, unity, and sustainable development in society. He calls on residents of Ogun State to use the festive period to pray for the continued peace, progress, and prosperity of the state and the nation at large, reaffirming his administration's commitment to delivering good governance and improving the welfare of the people. Away from Easter message, President Bola Tinubu is reviewing concerns raised by media executives during an iftar meeting in Abuja last month, particularly on tariffs affecting the industry. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, disclosed. The minister, who briefed State House correspondents after meeting with the president at Isikoyi residence in Lagos, said one of the first questions the president asked him was about the welfare of media executives following their March 13 meeting. At the March 13 interfaith iftar dinner with media proprietors and executives at the presidential villa, the president had promised to review tariffs on newspaper and broadcasting materials that have been affecting the industry's operation. That he's listening to the observations about what is happening in the country. The Ogun State government says the distribution of rice to Christian faithful serves as a symbol of solidarity and the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Ayodeji Tomoridiwami reports that the government is providing these food support to strengthen community ties and offer reliefs to families.
In the spirit of Easter, the Ogun State government extends support to Christian faithful through the distribution of rice. This initiative is aimed to reduce financial burden on families. Cleric described the gesture as one of many interventions by the state government.
This one will alleviate some burdens. People that are less privileged, Easter period, God really bless them.
I want to thank God on behalf of the Excellency for his gesture to remember the old age and the widows. We really appreciate God in his life, and we are praying for his success in all his endeavors.
My message for the Christian community in Ogun State is to continue to live in love, to carry the burden of others, support others. It is not about me alone. It is not about selfish living.
For many families, these assistance bring immediate relief and peace of mind. Through these collective efforts, the Ogun State government aims to strengthen unity and ensure the spirit of Easter reaches everyone home. Ayodeji Tomori Olumi, OGTV News.
Faithful gathered to celebrate this year's Easter Sunday in Ikperu and Ogiri. Many say they do not expect that they will return home not only spiritually refreshed but also with bags of rice donated by the Ogun State government to support their families during the Easter festive period. Lunga Dekoya reports that the distribution begins ahead of the Easter Sunday service at St. James Anglican Church, Ikperu Remo, and the Church of the Lord Prayer Fellowship Worldwide, Ogiri Remo. Details are in this package.
It is the turn of residents of Ikperu and Ogiri to benefit from the state government's rice distribution initiative. Worshippers arrive early at the church premises where officials organize the orderly sharing of 5-kilogram bags of rice. After the Sunday school, the auditorium of St. James Anglican Church Ikperu was filled to capacity as faithful observe the Easter Sunday service. In the course of the service, each beneficiary received a bag of rice courtesy of the state government. The vicar of the church commends Governor Dapo Abiodun for what he describes as a timely intervention on an Easter day.
We are so much grateful, the church, and on behalf of the vicar, the Venerable Tolu Akinwande, we appreciate our governor very much because he has been so generous to us, to the members of the church, and to everybody, even those who are not members.
Not all of us can afford to celebrate the Easter. You understand? But with what the government has done for us now, definitely everybody will celebrate the Easter in a joyous way.
The distribution also gets to the Church of the Lord Prayer Fellowship, Worldwide Spiritual and International Headquarters, Ogiri Remo. Some beneficiaries express appreciation, saying the support will help ease food expenses for their household.
This was a surprising, for seeing the state government coming to the church. So it's a surprise that the government remembered the church to give them something. So we are very grateful.
This shows the dividends of democracy, and also show the sign of love that they have for us in this Easter festival. I want to thank him and the Church of the Lord. We are really celebrating. Thank you very much. God bless our governor.
In all, over 2,000 5-kilogram bags of rice were distributed to Christian faithful during the Easter service.
As part of its unique style of felicitating with Christians during the Easter season, the Ogun State government has extended its hands of giving to Christians across the state by distributing rice palliatives to worshippers across churches during the Easter service. The distribution train was at Okunwa Ijebu in Odogwu local government, where a stop and search. A stopover was observed at the Mountain of Fire and Miracle Church. The pastor in charge of the church, Samuel Abulume, expressed gladness over the gesture and appreciated the government for this. At and the nation in general, also at St. Barnabas Anglican Church, Okunwa, the vicar of the church, Venerable Dr. Lawale Igbalajobi, spoke after the distribution of rice to the congregation, commending the gesture as timely.
And I use this medium that as God has done today, let every Christian want to live together, especially in this our country today, a division is unity and ability. Every of us are one. All of us are one. We are one in God and one in Him. I want to appreciate His Excellency, our Father of the State, our Father, the Chief Servant of the State, for the blessings of God in every Christian community. We thank God for His grace that God has given unto us. I want to thank the Executive Governor of the State, His Excellency, Dr. Abiodun, for the kind gesture extended to us in Okunwa. It's my prayer that the Lord will continue to uphold you in Jesus' name.
The Christ Apostolic Church Okunwa, the Elders Committee Chairman, Mr. Theophilus, equally prayed for the governor and the government in a special way as they expressed surprise at the unannounced gesture. Also, the rice distribution exercise continued as the government train felicitated with Christian worshippers across churches in Ilaro, Yewa South local government, as the train visited the Sacred Order of the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, Ilaro, where the shepherd in charge, Apostle Biodun Sanyolu, commended the governor for his love and care for the people. The rice distribution team also visited the Gospel of Truth in Corporation, Ilaro, where the pastor in charge, Sunday Ojekunle, appreciated the governor for his kind-heartedness and his resolve to always take care of the people. The Ogun State government, through the Bureau of Establishment and Training Office of the Head of Service, has concluded arrangement to conduct a 2-day induction and orientation training for newly recruited junior officers into the basic cadres of the civil public service across ministries, departments, and agencies. A statement by the Permanent Secretary of the Bureau, Mrs. Lydia Fajombo, said the training, which will begin on Tuesday, 7th April 2026 and end on Wednesday, 8th April 2026, was meant to introduce the participant to the structure, rules, regulations, culture, and expectations of the civil service, as well as classifying their specific duties and responsibilities. She added that the program will also help them to settle in to work environment, understand workplace relationships, and develop the skills needed to perform their jobs effectively. Venue of the training, according to her, is the Obas Complex Ukimosan Abukuta at 8:30 in the morning, while the head of service, Mr. Kende Nosoya, will declare it open. All the affected junior civil public officers from all the MDs are expected to be at the venue of the induction orientation at least 30 minutes before the commencement of the program. Residents of Pata Abiodun in Ifo local government area are expressing renewed optimism over the prospect of increased government presence, particularly infrastructure development. This followed assurance from the council chairman Idris Kushimo, who acknowledged their concerns, especially the urgent need for improved road networks, and pledged responsive government. Details are in this package.
Pata Abiodun, a growing community within Ifo local government area of Ogun State, reflects both the opportunities and challenges associated with rapid population expansion. As one of the largest council areas by landmass, comprising 2 constituencies, Ifo continues to demand strategic governance that balances its wide geographical spread with equitable development.
We really need the government to intervene in this our community because most especially our road.
Despite these complexities, the administration of Governor Dapo Abiodun sustains a policy direction centered on inclusive growth, aimed at ensuring that no community is left behind in the delivery of democratic dividends. A symbolic demonstration of his commitment is the recent presentation of staff of office to Olu of Bata Abiodun, Oba Olufemi Abiodun Martins, an event that reinforces traditional leadership as a vital partner in grassroots development.
When he was campaigning, he got to this area and he felt there should be a recognized Oba in this area, in this axis of Ife local government.
For the state government to recognize us, we believe it is God's time. And we know more will come to happen.
Residents affirm that the reign of Oba Martins ushers in a climate of peace, stability, and socio-economic progress within the community.
Our Alailua, in fact, is more than trying. I can even say 60% of incomes there in Lagos has been putting it here just for this place to grow.
The council chairman of Ifo local government, Idris Kushimo, assures the residents of Bata Abiodun of speedy government intervention.
His Excellency is really trying. He just do the needful at the right time, at the right place. So I'm very sure that the people of Old Bank to Shosun, to Kepata, to Bata Abiodun, to the Agbegisha area of that, for local government, they are going to get the dividend of democracy very soon.
He emphasized that the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration is keen to match critical infrastructures by prioritizing road construction to ease mobility and enhance economic activities.
Believers are being urged to rise above distraction, silence negative voices, and embrace their divine identity in order to fulfill purpose. The lead pastor of Victory Life Bible Church, Apostle Lawrence Achidime, gave this charge in his Easter message at the opening of the church's annual Holy Convocation themed on Eagle's Wings. Margaret Okunla reports that the convention begins on Sunday, April 5 and ends on Sunday, April 12, 2026.
Amid an atmosphere of deep worship and spiritual anticipation, the annual Holy Convocation of Victory Life Bible Church opens on a powerful note, drawing worshippers into a call for higher living. The opening service features ministration by guest minister, Minister Tokme Alabi, setting a tone of intense worship and spiritual reflection. With the theme on Eagle's Wings, the lead pastor of the church, Apostle Lawrence Achidime, charges believers to adopt the mindset of the eagle, which is undaunted, focused, and unwavering despite surrounding noise and opposition.
Good Friday means celebration of victory. Resurrection Day means dominion, and Jesus declared it is finished. If you understand God and know who you are, you'll be happy in life and live in peace. You'll be happy in life and live in peace. Life should not be stressful. You'll not be burdensome. That's why Jesus came. To remove the burden, to remove the pain of our shame, of our defeat from the hand of the devil, from being intimidated. That's why Jesus came. He declared it is finished. I believe it so much, and I'm living it, and I'll continue living it. On Eagle's Wings, keep soaring. No matter whose voice, negative voice you hear. Eagle doesn't care about the best around.
He emphasizes that true dominion begins with self-awareness and contentment in one's divine calling, rather than competition or envy.
Everybody can soar and fly in their space and their lane. Nobody should be intimidated by anybody, either politicians, governor, whatever. We're all equal to soar in our lane. So that is what gave birth to the team on Eagle's Wings. Nobody should be afraid of anything. Be yourself. Be who you are born to be. Live your life in your space. Don't envy anybody. Don't be jealous of anybody. That's who they are.
Apostle Achudime further urges congregants to embrace their unique place in life, noting that fulfillment comes not from rivalry, but from living in alignment with God's purpose. The message sets the tone for the convention, inspiring attendees to pursue spiritual elevation, personal growth, and purposeful living. The Holy Convocation continues with teachings, prayers, and worship sessions focused on empowerment and transformation, encouraging believers to keep soaring regardless of surrounding challenges. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
Now to the Foreign Zone. Iran launched fresh attacks across the Middle East and threatened devastating retaliation after U.S. President Donald Trump's explicit-laced warning that Tehran must reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Israel, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates reported a barrage of missiles and drone strikes. The attacks came as Tehran ramped up rhetoric against Trump, with Iran's Central Military Command warning of much more devastating retaliation if its adversaries hit civilian targets. The warning came hours after Trump threatened to destroy Iran's civilian infrastructure, demanding Tehran bow to his demands for a deal to reopen the Gulf of Hormuz. And finally, on sports, reigning Nigeria Premier League champions Remo Stars claimed a crucial 1-0 victory over Southwest rivals 3 SC and Ekene, boosting their hopes of escaping relegation in a turbulent 2025-2026 season. Samuel Anakwe scored the only goal of the game in the 49th minute, securing Remo Stars a 12th win of the season and moving them to 17th place on the table with 40 points. Despite the win, the Sky Blue Stars remain in the relegation zone on goal difference with 5 matches left to play. After winning their first ever league title last season, Remo Stars have struggled for consistency with team and this time failing to mount a serious title defense. Their title-winning coach, Daniel Ogumodede, stepped down after returning from the 2025 AFCON with the Super Eagles. Former Kano Pillars and Imba coach Usman Abdullahi has been in charge since February, aiming to guide the team to safety. And just before we go, let us remind you that today's accomplishment were yesterday's impossibilities. And that's our news this afternoon. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.